Sometimes I feel, it's never been corroborated, but I feel like sometimes he would rather I wasn't in the business.
Hey everyone, this is Jara Golden. Thanks for watching another video. On a recent podcast interview featuring Ari Spears, the comedian, Tony Rock was also a guest. And the big topic of discussion was basically, how can he have a brother who is so famous? Chris Rock is his brother. By now the entire world has to know that comedian Chris Rock is the brother of Tony Rock. Tony Rock appeared he's a stand-up comic as well, but you'll see him on TV shows here and there. Most notably was the show, I think it's All of Us, with Lisa Ray, Dwayne Martin, and Elise Neal. It was the show, I believe it lasted 2, maybe 3 seasons, but it was produced by Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. But on this episode, everyone they're just mind blown that, hey, what is going on with you and your brother, Chris Rock? Why can't he feature you in more of his productions and more work that he's doing to kind of help you out? And I don't know. I'm not on the fence about this, but here is my take on it. I feel like if you're a celebrity, and I shouldn't even say celebrity, if you're in business and you're successful and you've reached a certain pinnacle of success and you are able to pull up other people, I don't know if I would necessarily help you. I won't hurt you, and I won't stop you. And there's a huge difference. A lot of people are watching this episode of this podcast and they're just thinking Chris Rock not helping him, it's Chris Rock stopping him. And they're not one and the same, at least from not anything that he has talked about, because he did mention in this interview that there's no bad blood. It's not that we didn't get along or we don't get along. We don't have any issues at all. So it's something that only Chris Rock can actually answer. But me, Jara Golden, having my very, very small platform, I would never, ever, ever mention. I have a relative who has a platform, millions of supporters, subscribers. She is doing her thing. I would never name her, so no need asking. But it's kind of like, I want to build whatever this will be for me. She knows I went to school for media. I work in graphic art. She knows this. So, but I'm not expecting her to reach back to do anything. No, I want to build it on my own. And Tony Rock has built his own career. He has done that. But I could definitely see when people are asking, in his case, where they know Chris Rock is his brother, you're both working in comedy, you're both doing, doing these different projects, what have you. Why wouldn't your more popular, more successful brother reach back and help you out? I will say though, and not to contradict myself, like I said, I may not help you. And when I say I won't help you, meaning I'm not going to be one of the people that's responsible for throwing you a job every time I get a job. Do you know what I mean? Let's say in this case of Tony Rock, where Chris Rock, he had, let's say there's one movie that Chris Rock did that had all kind of people in it, where he easily could have slid his brother in there. So things like that, when you think of different movies that Chris Rock has done, it's like, okay, well, why wouldn't you? Your brother's a comedian. Give him the part where it has 2, 3, 4 lines. It has 3 or 4 different scenes. What does it hurt you? But I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to contradict myself, but I'm not going to help you in a sense of I'm carrying you on my back. Just like I don't expect my family member to carry me on her back via her platform. What do you guys think of that? What do you think about that? And as I said, helping you would not turn into me doing all the work for you. So again, when I say I wouldn't help you, that is what I am saying. I'm not going to do it for you. Help you get an opportunity, help you get a meeting or two, that's nothing. Because once I get you into the room, the rest is up to you. So I just want to say that just so that no one takes out of context what I mean when I say I wouldn't help you by doing the work for you. Every time I'm in an audition or every time I book a job, I want to make sure they book one. You book this opportunity as well. That I would not do. I don't care who it is. But a fun fact, you may or may not remember that Chris Rock is the protege of Eddie Murphy. So it is interesting that, and once again, not to contradict myself, but it is interesting that you haven't seen many projects with Tony and Chris Rock in them together. But with Chris Rock being Eddie Murphy's protege, some projects they've worked on, they have some scenes together, like Boomerang. Chris Rock played Boney T in Boomerang with Eddie Murphy, so they have many scenes together. But they've done a few projects like Boomerang, Dr. Dolittle 2, Madagascar, and Madagascar had a few different parts, like part 1, part 2, part 3. And I think they also, I'm positive they did Dolomite. For Netflix, Dolomite Is My Name, they did that. Where again, some of these projects, they may not have had direct scenes together, but they were both in the movie. You can't convince me that Eddie Murphy didn't make a call or do something to bring his protege along. So yes, of course, Chris Rock has built himself up. He has built his career, but I am sure Eddie Murphy has helped him along the way. So like I say, not to be a walking contradiction, it is interesting that Chris Rock has not done the same for his brother, but who knows what he thinks? Who knows what his thoughts are? Maybe he doesn't think his brother is that talented. Maybe he doesn't have the same work ethic as Chris Rock. Maybe he knows something about his brother that if I refer you or put my name on something, but I'll put my name on a line for you, and you may handle things differently from the way I handle things. So it could be any number of reasons why someone chooses not to, put their name or put their neck on the line for you. Do you feel, even though this is entertainment we're talking about specifically as it relates to the Rock brothers, if you had made it, no matter what you've made it in, but there's a family member or sibling, whoever, there's a family member who they do the exact same thing that you do, and you're so much further along, would you feel obligated to reach back and pull that person along as well? Or would you just look at it as they will have to build themselves up, make their own way, and put in the work? Tony Rock has been a comedian well over 20 years. He has been working. So I don't know what his why is, but I also don't know what he's expecting to get from his contribution to comedy. You know what I mean? I didn't major in media and now look at other people and think, okay, well, this happened for them, so this needs to happen for me. Tyler Perry does a movie, makes $50 million at the box office opening weekend. Well, that should happen for me as well. I always keep in mind that everything is not going to happen for everybody. And that includes the level of success. Yes, Tony and Chris are both comedians, but everything is not going to happen the same for them both. But please, what do you guys think? Do you think his brother or any celebrity should be doing more to pull that family member along? Or find a way, figure it out, make it happen. This is Jara Golden. Until next time, thanks for stopping by. Take care.